Hello, my sweet crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. How are you doing today? I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm battling a headache, but I'm going to push through. All right. You guys know the drill. If you don't see the little red light up there, that means you're on replay. Make sure you type exclamation point replay. Note the change, no longer hashtag, exclamation point replay. Let me know what you thought of today's craft, and don't forget to tell me what you had for dinner. Hello, sweet Cheryl. I see my live friends coming on in. Come on in, say hello. I'm so happy to have you here. Hello, Angelica. Kevin and Roxy are out there watching TV. Hello, Betty. Excuse me, guys. All right. Hello, Susan. Welcome, sweetie. How are you doing today? Kathleen, Sheridan, and Gina Lopez. Welcome, ladies. Hello, Martha. Hello, Carolyn. You're on replay. We're live, girl. We're live. Hello, Beverly. And Miss Jamie. Good evening. Hello, Shelly. Making red beans and rice. Oh, I haven't had red beans and rice in a very long time. Hi, Tammy. I will be honest, probably since I was married to my first husband. Thank you for sprinkling, Kathleen. Hello, Carolyn. Gina, I'm okay. I have a headache. I haven't had lunch yet. I barely had my breakfast, and so I think I'm just struggling with having some food in my body. A little stressed at work. Thanks, Angelica. Hello, Becky. No, Berkeley, that says. And I missed somebody is Sharon and Gail. Hello, Rustic Charms, Renee. That is Renee, right? Hello, Terry and Cece. Tuna salad and the fur babies had fajitas. The babies are spoiled, girl. Hello, Lisa. And hello, Kimberly. How are you, girl? It's not showing the live button. That's interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if you have to leave and come back. Vicky is from on almost my old stomping grounds in Buena Park. Thank you, Gina. I think I need some food. Thank you, Carolyn. I thought that was Renee. Your profile picture changed. That's what throws me off. All right, you guys. Me too, girl. Me too. Oh, thank you for the stars. Whoever sent those stars, I didn't see. It just pops up and goes away so fast. Thank you, Kathleen. I hope so too. You guys, all that scrap wood that you guys saw on Saturday. Oh, Kimberly, I'm sorry. They are no fun. Headaches are the pits. Hello, Lita. You haven't had anything yet, late lunch. I haven't even had lunch, and it's 6:30 here. Hello, Robin. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you saying that. I'm so happy to have you here. All right, you guys, don't forget, hit the sprinkles, hit the hearts. Let our friends know that we're here. The more you guys do it, the more our friends over at FB will throw us out there for more people to come in and find us and chit chat with us, hang out, and be inspired. All right, you guys saw that truck full of scrap wood that Kevin and I got this weekend. He cut a church. So we're gonna make a church. Yeah, Carolyn, that's probably playing a good portion into why I have a headache. Not much water either. Very, very busy at work, so it's starting to play its toll on me. Anyways, thanks, Renee. Just a simple church. I thought I wanted to do the barnwood paint look. But I know that all of you guys don't have the DIY patina that I have, so I figured let's give it a try with some paint and let's see how it comes out. I haven't tried it. I'm going to test it out with you guys, and I thought let's give it a try so that hopefully you guys can do it with the same things at home. Hi, Debbie. Take the painkiller of choice with Gravol. Oh, I don't know what that is. Water is definitely something that I need. Hello, Sandy. Welcome, girl. Yeah, I've taken I took a combination of Motrin and Excedrin a while back. Didn't touch me. All right. Yes, let's give it a try. Let's see how it works. All right, you guys, I'm excited to try it and hopefully it works. If not, we'll just paint over it. And there it is up there. Okay. Yeah, I gotta eat. You're right. Definitely I have to eat. You're 100% right. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of home decor paint. This color is Java. Eat some chocolate. Did that. Had some chocolate chip cookies that I made over the weekend. Now any brown paint will work, you guys. Yep. You guys are all right. You're all hitting it on the head. So I'm just going to use a little bit of brown. We're going to use this as our stain, our base stain. Okay. Any brown will do. Any brown that you choose. Okay. You have a head cold. Oh no. Hello, Melanie. You have china like mine? Yeah. It was very, very, very expensive, and it was handed down from my great grandmother. Just kidding. All right, so I think I'm going to use a kind of a bigger brush. I did spritz a little bit of water in here, and I can almost guarantee I'm going to need more paint. So we're going to put a little more in here. So, because I don't want to get partway through and then I need more and then we're mixing it, and it self-washes, absolutely. I wanted to be able, I want to make sure I have enough to do my project, you guys, okay? So we're just going to add a little bit more. And again, we're going to use this kind of as our stain. Hi, Cherry. How are you, girl? So all I did was just spritz. I have a little mister bottle, and I just spritzed some water in here to make it a little bit thinner. And I think what we'll do also is we'll spritz our wood, okay? Dramamine. Interesting, Gail. Definitely, the headache is causing a little bit of dizziness, so it could work. All right, so I spritzed my wood with some water. That kind of helps it apply a lot easier. Okay, so we're just gonna brush a quick coat on. This is gonna be like our stain. And hopefully it works, you guys. All right, how is everybody doing today? Tell me how you all are. And has anybody done any churches for the season yet? So I just put a little bit of a coat on here, and I'm going to use my baby wipe, and I'm going to wipe it off because we want it to be more like a stain than a coat of paint. And we'll use it to go over the edges. You're great. Hi, Caroline. Caroline. Oh my gosh, I can't talk, you guys. My head is, my brain is just not there. And I won't lie, my head is pretty bad. I almost canceled on you guys, but I'm not going to be able to come live tomorrow. You're on your first one. All right, Terry. I can't come live tomorrow, you guys, because it's parent-teacher conference week. I've never had to do this ever in my life, but I have to be there until 6 o'clock tomorrow. You bought a couple of churches today. Oh, nice. No churches, a couple first churches. Hello, Deborah from Rodeo Rose Creations. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing good. I hope your shoulder is doing good. Any news on your shoulder? All right. Oh, I think this is going to work, you guys. And if I have time tonight, I'll make a quick video to post for you guys tomorrow. I hope this works. Yeah, Sandy, me too, girl. Me too. All right. So those of you that are just coming on, we're making a church. Giving up on that. Oh no. Desiree, I'm so sorry to hear that. Those that are just coming in, we're going to make a church. And I've shared with you guys before how to do the faux barnwood look using the DIY liquid patina. Oh no, Terry, I'm sorry to hear that, girl. But tonight we're going to try it with paint to see if we can redupe a faux barnwood using paint. So that you guys can do it at home and you don't have to buy all the DIY products. So right now we're just applying some home decor paint in the color of Java, and it's watered down. The wood is spritzed, and we're wiping it off and making it more like a stain versus a paint. And then we're going to kind of layer it like we did the DIY and see if it will give us the look that we want. Aw, thanks, Deborah. I'm sorry that you're still hurting, friend. I feel your pain, I can tell you that for sure. Been there, done that, actually still kind of in that situation. Woo! Almost got brown paint on my shirt. All right. So there is our first coat of our stained wood, okay? Yeah, there are a lot of things going around, I can tell you that. Let's see. Somehow I've got a couple flies in here. They're making me crazy, you guys. All right, so how's the weather where everybody is at? I heard it's supposed to start cooling down a little bit. Rodeo, I keep wanting to call you Rodeo Rose. Deborah, it's different. I love where I'm at. I love my school. I love my coworkers. It's definitely a learning curve, learning the, Jerry, learning the system and the way things are done differently. I'll get used to it. It's just a learning curve. And they have a new system, new to them on top of it. So we're all kind of learning. It is starting to cool off. Nice. Okay, I'm going to just quickly dry this with the heat tool, okay? Nice and Phoenix. Nice. Good to hear. I was surprised at how the weather was for some of you. Hi, Rhonda. It's supposed to cool off. Oh, you used watered down white, very watery. Paint it on with a paper towel, then go over it with a medium gray. But you never dry in between. Interesting. Okay. The reason I want to dry is because I don't want them to all kind of blend in together. 80s in New York. Wow. I like how this side came out. That one's looking really cool. Beautiful, Maryland. Nice. My mornings are pretty cool and crisp here now, you guys. I love it. I love the cool crispness of the air, the fall air, but it's still a little warmer during the day. I have no idea the temperature. Ooh, it's supposed to be in those 70s in Arkansas. Oh, when you get back from Arkansas, okay. All right. It's not 100% dry, but I think it's going to work, you guys. All right, now I'm going to use a little bit of gray, okay? 91 in Texas. Ooh. This one is called Parison Gray, sorry, by Folk Art, okay? And this would be kind of similar to the DIY Old Barn. 80s, and then right now, oh goodness, okay. Woo! Don't think I needed that much. Okay. Hi, Robin. Welcome, girl. Now, for this one, we're going to use a dry chippy brush, and I'm not going to water it down. You're having Oreos to help my headache. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little dry chippy brush, and we're just going to kind of stroke it. Like so, okay? Then we're going to go back over this with the brown. I'm going to dry it, and then we're going to do like another stain coat. But I think I'm going to water it down a little bit more because I don't want it to be too dark and cover it up completely. Thanks, Angelica. And it does already kind of look like old barnwood. So I'm going to take this watered down paint and we're going to water it down even more. You'll be back in the, oh no, Vicky. Hopefully it was good while it lasted. Hi, Shayna. How are you, girl? Okay, so we're going to add quite a bit more water so we can water this down pretty good. And even more yet. All right, what are you guys all having for dinner? I definitely need food because I haven't even had lunch. And honestly, the only thing I've had, I did have a couple carrots. I think I had 3 baby carrots for a snack. That's all I had time for. And I had an English muffin for breakfast. That's all I've had all day. All right, you guys, this is very watery. You can see it really, you know, dripping. Chicken noodle soup. I'm okay. I have a headache, friend. I have a pretty good headache, but I haven't had lunch. BLTs, yum. That sounds good, Sue. We used our bacon up. Kevin made me breakfast on the weekend. All right. Now, I'm kind of really pressing as much out of the paintbrush as I can because there's a little bit, yeah, it is. You're right, Martha. I tried to press a lot out, so we're just going to really lightly brush this on. So you can see here, there's not a whole lot there, okay? I'm going to use my wipe, and I'm going to wipe it one more time. That's kind of the look we have going on. Hi, Janet. How are you, friend? And we're probably gonna do just a little bit more brown. I'm just playing with colors, you guys. I don't even know if it's gonna work or not. So there we go. You guys can kind of see how that changes a little bit. It doesn't have the same effect as the DIY liquid patina does, but I'm liking how it's turning out. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on both of these and then we'll wipe it off and kind of go from there. I like it too. It's different. It's different. I would not say that it is true traditional faux barnwood look, but it's different than just solid brown paint. And it's different than kind of a dry chippy brush look. And that one I picked just a little bit of white, gray up in my brush when I set it on the plate. All right, let me show you what we have going on, you guys. Can you guys see that? Probably kind of hard because it's wet. You use spray stains and wipe in some gray. I love it, Deborah. Hi, Trish. You know, sometimes it's just about playing with stuff and finding something that works, finding something that you like. I honestly haven't tried this. You guys are honestly the guinea pigs right now. All right, let's dry this and then hopefully it will show better for you guys when it's dry. So, while I can't come on tonight because I have tomorrow at work late, I have Friday off. Thanks, Angelica. Snort. Are you snorting, Robin? Hi, Donna. I'm doing good. How are you, friends? Melanie will have Friday off, but Monday, I have Monday off too. Thanks, Debbie. I do like the way it looks also. I think it looks pretty darn cool. Stephanie here. I miss Stephanie. That's Stephanie Wisby. All right. Oh, it looks pretty cool, you guys. Awesome, Stephanie. I have several ideas. Okay, we got several cut out. Several ideas. We'll do a little church series going on. Oh, Anne, thank you. Yes, I have 4 days off. All right. Was that wet? Hold on one second, a little bit wet. Hi, Sandra from Virginia. What do you guys think about a little church series? They're going to be really similar, but it can go all together if you wanted to put it in this display. All right. Now I'm going to sand the edges just a little bit. You guys, have you guys seen Christy? I haven't seen Christy. I don't know if she's... It's a busy day. I don't get to chat with her like I used to. I'm gonna sand the edges or not. I was thinking about putting some snow on it, but I think we're just gonna sand the edges. So we're going to use the little gator tool. I've had a lot of questions about this little guy. It's called a gator sanding tool. You can find it on Amazon, Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's. All those fun places will carry this. A gator sanding tool comes with replaceable sanding pieces, okay? An alternative to that is you can take a sanding block and wrap some sandpaper around that, okay? That's another option. I've done that before too. I like this because it has a nice little handle. Yes, we're making a church. Thanks, Nita. Hope you're doing good, friend. All right. We're just going to do a very simple, basic church, you guys. But I have some plans of how you can do this in different ways. So we can take this same church and do many different things with it. Like, honestly, like, wouldn't this stencil be amazing right across the front of a church in white and black? Hi, Stephanie. I'm so glad you were able to get on, girl. I miss you being here. Okay. There's what we have going. Oh, I got to sand the top. Sand this part and the top of the steeple. Wouldn't that be beautiful, Trish? I already had a plan for tonight after I thought about that. So that's why I was like, maybe we'll just do a little series of churches and give you some different ideas. I have another fun piece that I cut out. I had Kevin cut out. Nice big chunky cutting board / you can make it to a riser. Oh, who said that? Shelly, you have that. Isn't that a beautiful stencil? I just love it. Okay. There we go. There's our little church with our little sanded out areas. And we're going to glue this little guy together like so. Let me get some wood glue. All right. I've been kind of cheating and using a popsicle stick instead of fighting with the squirt bottle, you guys. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm going to start with putting the sides together. Thanks, Janet. We did kind of a faux barnwood look. I think you were here. I think you saw me do that. And we're just going to put a little bit of wood glue here, and we're going to start with gluing the sides together here, and then we'll put it on the board. Yes, Nita, that is in my Magnolia shop. If you type hashtag Magnolia, you'll get a link. And then once you get to the site, you can just type in amazing, and it should pop right up for you. So we're going to use a little bit of wood glue and a little hot glue. Hi, Brenda. And glue this little guy together. So we're going to use a hot glue to get it on there temporarily, along with the wood glue that will help it more permanent. You're welcome, Nita. Now don't forget, if you don't already have the chalk paste, that you want to get chalk paste, because you can't use a stencil without the chalk paste, okay? I think you have some already. Hi, Deb from Art and Grace, right, Deb? Yeah, it's an amazing stencil, and just even the Amazing Grace would look beautiful over the front of this church. Okay. You do have some. That's what I thought. I thought you did. All right, so now that I have this on here, we're gonna glue this right to the front of the steeple. I'm just gonna put a little bit of wood glue on here and some hot glue. And I'm gonna put it on the steeple rather than the front part of the church so that I know where my glue needs to go. Hi, Christina. Hello, Meriden. How are you, friend? Christina, I haven't seen you for a little while either, girl. I hope you're okay. All right. Gonna put a little bit up here. All right. You never used your chalk paints. Well, I hope that you do have enough chalk paste. All right, this is a little wet still, so we might use the heat tool. All right, look, you guys. Look at how sweet that is. Do they ever go bad if they aren't open? Who asked that? Was that Leslie that asked that? Nita. They can start to potentially dry out if they're not open, if they're really old, but chances are not likely. I mean, they'd have to be really old. If they do start to dry out, just put some distilled water in it. I knew you'd love it, Deb. Put some distilled water in it, flip it upside down, and let it soak up, and then open it. And if it's still dry, then add a little bit more. And yes, I don't know who said that, Shelly. You want to use distilled water because distilled water does not have minerals in it. If you use regular water, your paints will grow mold because of the minerals, okay? And thank you, Martha. Thanks, Vicki. I saw somebody ask for, I think that was Cherry that asked for the measurements. I don't have my tape measure in here, so I'm gonna have to find out the measurements when I get off the live. Unless Kevin jumps on and I can holler at him and ask him to bring me a tape measure. And if you put too much like me, yeah, just leave it open. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, now I'm gonna use a little bit of French linen paint, and we're gonna paint a door on the front. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, it's just gonna be a very simple, use my mat. Stephanie, there's too much junk on my mat to use my mat. The numbers are at the top and it's covered up there. But I thought about it, there's just too much stuff. Hi, Tina. All right. Don't judge me, Miss Deb, my painter friend Deb. Ooh, I think I might need to shake this. We're just gonna, we might have to just use a different color. Hi, Lisa. Lisa's coming on in. You guys, do we have any new friends today? I forgot to ask you guys that. Any new friends? Anybody that's been a silent watcher that is ready to say hello? Are the squares inches? Yes, the squares are inches. Oh, come on, girl. Okay, so I'm probably not using the right paintbrush, but it is what it is. All right, so I have some paint. This paint is called French Linen. It's by Folk Art. And we're just gonna use a dry brush. And we're gonna make a little door. Just like so. Okay. Just like that. Hello, Deborah. Welcome. Thank you, Vicki. You guys, we are gonna, this will be, for those of you that don't have saws. Hello, Rosa, new from West Virginia. Welcome. Those that don't have saws, that don't have the ability to cut, this will be available in the shop. I just got to get my stuff together and get things posted. I've been trying to work on getting my domain name. Thank you, Deborah. My domain name transferred from my Square account to my Shopify account, and that's been consuming my time. I've had a domain name over on my Square account for a year and just didn't really do anything with it. Okay, so I'm not looking for perfection. I don't care that it's, you know, kind of a little bit wonky and not perfect, because I don't like that. Thank you, Deborah. You are so sweet, my sweet friend. I really have missed you. All right, look at you. I know, Deb. I wish we didn't have to do all that techie stuff. It's so time consuming. All right, let me quickly dry this, okay? Thank you, Kathy. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I don't want it to be perfect. Thanks, Trish. There's a little bit of clump right in the middle of the little doors, but that's okay. Now you could even do just a small stencil. Thank you, Sue. You can even just do like a small dry stencil on the sides if you wanted to. I just wanted this to be simple and plain and rustic. Do I change my mantle with stuff every day? Not really. Right, Debbie? I love the rustic look of it. Absolutely. Okay. Now, I don't want to do any other paint with it. We're not going to do any other painting with it. And I'm not even going to do a second coat because I don't want it to be crisp and clean and perfect. I want it to look that vintagey and rustic. Hi, Becky. How are you doing, girl? All right, we're going to get rid of this. And I need my trash man. I need my trash man. Somebody holler at the trash man and tell the trash man that he hasn't been doing his job in emptying my trash. Okay, let's put this in the water before I forget. Now, I gotta get one more little button. He's out there. He's out there. Last time I checked, he was watching Family Feud. Hi, Laura. Welcome, girl. You have some smaller ones. You use Proverbs 31 stencil. Oh my gosh, that would be so beautiful. I love it, Shelly. Okay. We're just going to put two little buttons for the doors to open up the doors. I love the idea of putting stencils on it. What kind of glue gun? It's called a Surebonder. It's a Surebonder, and it is very, very important that you get it back on the little charging stand in between uses, otherwise it starts cooling off. Martha, no, I did meal prep yesterday. I did meal prep on Sunday. So he's not cooking. He's just warming food up. Okay. Now I have this tiny little piece here. Hi, Tanya. Just a little tiny piece of wood, okay? And that we're going to put back here, and that's gonna help it stand up on its own better, all right? We can leave it like this and it can lean, but if I put this little piece of wood back here and attach it, look, it's gonna stand up on its own. Okay, but it's not glued and I don't wanna attach it yet because we're still gonna work on it. So I don't wanna stand it up because I want you guys to be able to see. There's not really much else to do, you guys. So I had two options. I kind of know what I want in my head, but I'm gonna show you guys some options. I just wanted to put church on here. Thank you, Anita. I have these tiny Scrabble letters I got. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I got these at Hobby Lobby in like the section by the Tim Holtz, in the scrapbooking section. So we can add this on the bottom like that. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you, Caroline. So we have that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Or I have this little piece that I stamped on some drop cloth. And we can just put that like that. And just look at how simple and sweet that is. Now, we could also, I did get some spackle. You could get some spackle, add a little bit of paint to it, and put some snow on this. But for the first purposes of our first church, we're just gonna leave it brown like this, okay? Hi, Brenda. I think each of them brings so much different character to this. Hi, Kim. Thank you, Rustic Barn. Oh, Rustic Barn, you're gonna have to remind me your name. Let's see. Stephanie is having, what did you just say you're having? Black garlic Parmesan chicken breast baked. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. The drop cloth. I know, it's so hard to decide because each one gives it just a different look. I think with the drop cloth, it gives you more of a primitive looking look. And then with the Scrabble tiles, it gives you like more of a farmhousey look. So it really depends on the look that you're wanting. Now, I was just sitting here thinking I have some rusty stars and we could probably put a rusty star on here. I think that would be cute too. Chicken fajita, Spanish rice, and tater tots. Because I don't like the idea of putting a cross on here because I think while it's a church and a church usually has a cross, I think it's a completely different look than this church is. But I think that would look really pretty on there too. Just having that little metal star up there. Drop cloth above the doors. We can do that too. I don't know, what do you guys think? Oh yeah, that looks nice like that. Yeah. Isn't that cute? And look how simple that was. Super, super easy to do, and you could change. You love the button doorknobs. Thank you, Brenda. Right? It just changes the whole look of it. All right, I think we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go with the drop cloth and the star, and look at how simple and easy that was to do. And if I, oh my gosh, you guys are not gonna believe what I just found sitting next to me. Look it, I have a tape measure in here. All right. Now look at simple yet elegant with not much to it. Yes, you can try this. Thank you, girls. Delma, oh, Delma, thank you, friends. I didn't see you here, Delma. I know. I think if I remember right, I found an extra tape measure out by my desk and I moved it in here over the weekend. Yeah, that's too much work, Nita. I'm too lazy for that. No, I didn't stain the drop cloth. It is just regular drop cloth. And I did buy some new glue for this. Thank you, Devaray. I bought some new glue. I bought some like tight, I don't know what it was, Surebond type stuff. Thank you, Sina. And of course it's out there. All right, you guys look at how simple that is. Simple and elegant and easy. Hazel, I'm so glad that you found me, girl. Hazel always misses the live and she comes on afterwards. All right, so let's measure it. So this is one board, okay? This was one board. These are, the board was the picket fence board, all right? And each one of these is part of that picket fence. So it is just about 6 inches long. This is one picket fence here, and this is one, and this is one. It all came from the same one. You can get it one long one from Home Depot. You could probably even go in and ask them to cut it. I don't know that they're going to cut it on the angle though. Thank you so much, Wendy. That's right. Thank you for sprinkling, sweet friend. So from point to the bottom, okay, on these smaller ones, it is 8 and almost 8.5 inches. All right, it's like, yeah, it's almost 8.5 inches from here to here is almost 8.5 inches, okay? And then this big one in the back, from the tip, is 12 inches. Yeah, they won't cut angles. I didn't think so, Trish. But I'm gonna put this in the Shopify account. It will be there. I will try tonight, if not tomorrow, okay? We are going to be doing a church series. I've got some other ones cut out. Hello, Kimberly. Mama called. You got to go talk to Mama when Mama calls, okay? But look at how simple and easy this was to do, you guys. So many options. We can paint it white. We can use that beautiful Amazing Grace stencil. All right. Or you can even just put this one, Amazing Grace. Anything on there. A simple one. The farmhouse stencil, it's called Mosaic stencil, would look amazing on this, also simple, and with some snow. Thanks, Trish. You would love to see some angels. All right, Becky, we'll work on the angels. Kimberly, I don't know. I messaged her when I got off work and she didn't respond. Which is, totally normal. Sometimes we both get busy, and she hasn't responded yet. So imagine she's busy with the family, or she's trying to get ready. But I didn't see a telegram cut out, so I don't think so. But I don't know. We both have been so crazy busy that we haven't been able to talk that much lately. But You guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Watch for her Telegram. She's really good at doing a Telegram, and if she goes on, I'll get on and I'll share her out. I will, if she doesn't happen to send out a Telegram, I'll send a Telegram, my Telegram, to let you guys know that she's on, if she goes on, okay? So make sure you have Telegram for both Christy and I so that you can get notifications. And if you guys don't know who Christy is, she's my really, really good friend, the Dashing Willow with Christy. She's amazing. I highly recommend that you go and check her out because she has some of the most over-the-top things going on. And her subscription group is open, and she's going to be closing it on the 8th. So make sure that you get over there to get into her subscription group. And mine will be following shortly behind hers. I got to get my website domain name switched over properly before I can do all of that stuff. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. We will do another church and show you another option, another way, another style, and how you can make them all go together. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. I will not be here tomorrow because I have to stay late at work. So I will be here. What is tomorrow? Wednesday. I will be here on Thursday, though. All right? Have a great night, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.